design synthesis. So design synthesis is the process which is taken the functional architecture developed in the analysis, and then we decompose those functions into physical architecture or in the form of a system. The In the other way, we can say that any creative idea which you want to make its choices or to make its alternate options. For instance, we have to build a house near the seafront. You have different options. I can see the name of the annotator. So keep on annotating, and then you will get the solution. Really, I am just waiting for more students. Then I am going to explain your questions one by one. This is an architectural design. We can simply define it as an attempt to organize, manipulate, filter, or whatever the data we have collected from the list of requirement in the form of programming we have formulated, giving it a proper cohesive structure or giving it a proper shape for information of the building and to create our idea. There could be more than one idea. For example, if you are building your house in the front of in a sea front, you will see that your approach could be that you take inspiration from the aquatic life like any sea animal like fish could be one of them, or you can take inspiration from the seashells. You can take inspiration from the castles on the seashore front. So these are different ideas which you develop during the process of synthesis. So first of all, you are actually systematically organizing the analyzed data through briefing and analysis, and then you formulate your idea by organizing these concepts. Design. I can give one example. If the site is flooding or the site is in an area where we are expecting that there is a huge amount of a flood would be there, so it's an issue that we need to cater. One way is to what we can do, we can raise our building by adding steps to our building high enough so that the average amount of water that mostly come during the flooding times, so that building could avoid that. So this is one of the example of the design approach that is resolving the issue of the site. When you are clear, you can send me the text. Uh, your question is, what is architectural theory? Architectural theory is, we can say, some of the design philosophies that is used in the history, or we can say it's taught to all architectural schools, but it is act of thinking or discussing or designing a building into particular fashion or particular era. Mostly, for example, in architecture, we say Egyptian architectural style, Muslim architectural style. So, similarly, Christianity, early Christian architectural style. So, they are depicting that the type of architectural theory they are using is relevant to particular style. And if we talk about the possibility of solving a problem with the help of that design theory, what we can do is that, for example, modern architecture is one of the design theories that was published in 19th century, and there are five principles of that theory. One of them is to place your building above the ground floor, around about 10 feet high, and mostly the building don't have any ground floor, but it's an open land, and it is standing on the columns, or the structure of the building is supported by the columns. For this purpose, we can for this purpose, the modern theory says that you have to also save the ground land, and you have to replicate the green area, reproduce the green area that your building is actually demolishing. So they add the roof garden on the top of the building. These two are two principles of modern theory. Now, if I construct this type of a building in the site which is consistently having the threat of flooding, because the building have a certain height, around about 10 feet or 7 feet, and it's supported on the column, so the building will be definitely remain safe from the exposure of water. So this is one of the way through which we can solve the design problem with the help of design theory or issue-based design. Can you please, once your question is answered and you are clear, let me know. Roll number 84, your question is not clear. Write it detailed in the evaluation of design the design. Okay, in evaluation process, it's not like that design is not possible. It's like that the client might be have some more requirements, or he might be expecting something else as well. As a result, what we can do, we can improve our design, and then we add alternative solutions. For instance, uh, if you are designing a house on a very large scale, and you are adding so many levels in the building, then it will be difficult for the toddlers to navigate in the house, and even for the mm, old age people to move in the house. So the client in the evaluation process may request you to improve your design, delete some levels. As a result, the play you have created with the levels. These levels are just like stepping down your living room, or stepping down your lobbies, or giving a height to the bedroom area, specific height, or creating levels within the building. Like we also call them split floors. So we can add some alternative solutions and reduce number of levels within the building, and this way you can add alternative solutions. It's not like as we have a number of meetings roundabout in every stage with the client, it doesn't mean that design is not possible. Definitely an architect knows that how much is the possibility of design to be constructed. So your alternatives are just improvement of your solution. Might be your initial concepts, yes, they could be totally changed, but your evaluation phase, you just need to improve your design. Okay, the term block plan. First of all, I will explain the term block plan with reference to term bubble diagram. Bubble diagram is a freehand sketch of spatial organization of spaces within the building, and the size of a bubble is relative to the standard size of that area. And the spaces are organized according to their spatial relationship with one another. For example, placing bedrooms near to one another, placing kitchen, drawing, dining near to one another for their functionality. They are building their relationship as well. So, when while bubble diagram is a handmade sketch or freehand sketching, block plan is just like single line initial draft of that block bubble diagram built in rectangles and square on AutoCAD. term which is relevant to block plan. Block. So bubble diagram is the first step of your floor plan. Block diagram, a single line plan because it's easier to draw line or rectangles on AutoCAD. That's why we use term block plan for single line plans. While your floor plans will having proper windows, your floor plans will having proper doors, furniture and fixtures, and it will ultimately formulate the final plan of the building. Okay, we can say programming is a pre-design phase. What is pre-design phase? Before formulation of a plan, we do site analysis. We find out list of requirements from standards, previous case studies, from books, from client, and then we formulate our concepts and we formulate some relationship within the spaces in the form of table or in the form of matrices. So programming is a pre-design phase part, and your design phase started when your floor plan is actually going to be formulated. Okay, there was a question regarding dam, but I'm not. It's just written just dam. I'm not clear about it. Could we build a dam? I'm not clear that you're talking. Give me the please background of this question. Okay, the arrows here are that's why confusing because actually once you design an alternate, you have to go back and it's just like a cyclic process. Previously, that in synthesis part, you are amalgamating your functional part with your creative idea and giving it a physical form. There are more than one concept with reference to design elements. We will study in our next lectures what are design elements and principles. And then in evaluation process, we have two major features. If your proposed design is need further improvement, you have to provide the alternate process, alternate plan, and again you have to get back. So again you went to the synthesis process and then get back to evaluation process. You have to define and redefine. While we have in evaluation phase, we have two types of plan. One is presentation plan, other is uh, your working plan. May I explain this slide once more? Just give me 2 minutes break. Don't leave the meeting. Or even to your creative idea that it will be your creative idea may be applied to definitely your organization of internal spaces as well as to its exterior form. And initially we discussed about the since we discussed that there could be more than one creative idea in your mind. For example, building a sand castle on the seashore, or building a seashell house on a seashore. But in evaluation process, if your client wants more improvement in your plan or more changes in a plan, then you again get back to the synthesis process. In synthesis process, we have two types. One is presentation drawing and other is working drawing. In presentation drawings, we have rendered plans. Rendered plans are just colored plans with textures, do not having detailed dimensioning, just square set of areas and peripheral dimensions. While when your presentation plan is accepted, then your working plan that will actually going to be executed, it is actually your dimensional plan. It gives dimension and detail of each and every feature in your floor plan. So presentation plan is also a floor plan, but your presentation drawings having the set of number of drawings in it, like plans, elevations, 3D views, and then the next thing in your working drawing, you have to give the details of all these features. So simply we can say it's a cyclic process. Demographic studies is just like statistical data and calculations that you have taken from the site, taken from the analysis of the surrounding area of the site, standard sizes that you have taken, their percentage distribution. So actually, we can say that it's statistics and calculation that you have taken from your analysis for design process is known as demographic studies. Okay, Ji, please share your queries through chat, Zoom chat group.